where you want it.
Bay 12, please.
Hello there, DC fans, and welcome back to another Bay 12 video review. And today we are reviewing the first of the page punchers from McFarlane Toys. And I gotta say, these ones are a miss. I am definitely not the only one who isn't super happy with how these turned out. I don't know why I had it in my head, and I know a lot of other people did too. I know it's not just me. I know that these were going to be like very articulated or even fully articulated 3 3/4 scale figures, but they're not. They're like hard. They have very little articulation, and they're like maybe 2-inch scale at best. Maybe. They're very small. Now the comics they come with are very cool. That's really where the value is here, is the comic books they come with. So, for example, okay, so here's Flash. Here's the first one. This is all 4 of them, of the first. Now, to my knowledge, no more of these ones have been announced by McFarlane Toys. The other page punchers that we have coming are full-scale 7-inch fully articulated figures. At least, I'm pretty sure. Because, like I said, when these started popping up in stores, we thought these were going to be 3 3/4 scale, and this is definitely very different from what I was expecting. Again, I don't know why I had it in my head that they were, but that's what I thought, and I know other people thought that too. But yeah, the value here is in the comic book. Now, overall, I do like the packaging. I like that it's in like a plastic clamshell here, because the focus is the comic book, and you get a little action figure with it. And the action figures, they don't necessarily look bad. They do look cheap, which is weird considering everything McFarlane has been doing lately, especially with DC Multiverse. They look really cheap, and unfortunately. It hurts me to say that, because I love having something very positive to say when I review a toy. And McFarlane has lately, since they took over the DC license, I've almost had nothing but positive things to say. Now, you get an exclusive reprint of these of the comic book that comes with them. So, for example, here we have the classic, what is now very classic and very popular, issue 1 of Flashpoint. And this is a full readable book. This is issue 1 of Flashpoint. There you go. If you've always wanted a #1 Flashpoint and maybe don't have quite the funds to shell out for an original #1 Flashpoint, well, now you can have a more affordable #1 in your collection, and I really like that. He did pick some pretty good books for his page punchers, mind you. It's just I wish these figures were better. And maybe the 7-inch, maybe these were just a placeholder until he was able to finalize how he was going to do a full 7-inch scale release of these characters with a comic book. Maybe that's what it was. This was just maybe getting something out just to have the place held down. I don't know. I'm only speculating here. Now, the Flash figure's not horrible. Not what I was expecting. Not as good as it could have been, but it's not bad. So you've got some ball jointed hip articulation, and that's it for the legs. You've got waist articulation, ball jointed shoulders. As you can see, those popped off. There you go. Ball jointed shoulders and heads on a ball joint as well. And that's pretty much it. Nothing, no peg holes on the feet. I don't know. This just, again, it's not quite up to the quality we've come to expect from DC Multiverse. Do I think these are bad? No, because they're, like I said, they're very affordable. I think they're like, what, $10? You get a nice reprint. You get a very nice reprint. They all have the same back cover on these. You get an okay figure. I'm definitely looking forward to the full-size DC Multiverse figures that we're going to be getting out of the page puncher puncher brand of DC Multiverse, more so than these. I'm definitely not really looking forward to more of these. Now, I know there's a lot of collectors who like smaller scale figures, and I'm sure some of you really, really enjoy these. And that's why I'm not saying this is just something that's terrible. It just, to me, it feels cheap. Like I said, it's not up to the standards I've come to expect from DC Multiverse personally. And this to me feels like maybe something you would get out of like a mystery mini box, or like something you would buy at a dollar store. You know, this ignoring the comic, ignoring the packaging, this feels like a dollar store toy to me. And I don't want to say these things about this product, but that's how I feel about this product. Let us know in the comments what you think about these figures. Is this something you're going to go out there and have to collect? Do you have to get all of the page punchers? They're out here. They hit pretty hard and pretty heavy. I found them all very, very quickly. They have their own little end cap piece, and I mean, you can find them pretty easily, I think. And usually, not a lot of DC Multiverse stuff is typically super hard to find anyway, even if, I mean, sometimes it can be in that when they start popping up a little bit earlier than they should, but eventually, just about every figure I think has been pretty easy to find. Here's the Batman. Batman looks cool. I like the facial expression he's got going on. You've got Batman issue 608. It begins here, which, I mean, usually it begins at number 1, but apparently it begins here. So here we have Batman issue 608, which Batman's been going on for so long. So many issues with Batman. And again, just like with Flashpoint there, I'm so glad they went with Flashpoint too. I wish they would have, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this Batman. Obviously, that's the Batman figure they went with for this, and clearly that's the suit they went with for the Flash there. But it would have been cool if they had done, like, issue 1 of Dark Knight Returns, you know, and done a little DKR Batman, or Hush, or Long Halloween, or I know I'm picking the most fan favorite of the most fan favorite titles here, but you know, again though, awesome cover. I love how they reprinted that classic cover there. There you go. There's I think that's Killer Croc there. That's so gnarly looking. Great artwork. Great artwork there. Again, same issue back as with Flashpoint issue 1 there. And I like how easily you can get to the bubble without really disturbing the rest of the packaging or even disturbing the comic book so much. The package design on this was very well done. I just feel like the figures could have been better. Same articulation as Flash there, except he has a cape, which the molding on the cape's not bad. The detailing on the cape's actually quite nice. And overall, the texturing and the molding on the figure is quite nice. It's just, I think if these were 3/3 scale and fully articulated, I would feel completely different about this than I do right this second. Heads on a ball joint. And they actually do stand remarkably well. Yeah, these stand actually very, very well. Next up, we've got Superman. And he comes with, let's see, issue 1 of Superman from when they did the Rebirth universe. So this was right after New 52 ended. And I like how you just have these easy, nice, kind of locking little tabs there for this thing, because it just reseals so easily if you want to just hang these on your wall. The package design, again, was very, very well done. It's just the figures are where this falls a little flat. So in case you're not super familiar with the story of Superman growing up as Clark Kent, this retells it once again in issue 1 of Superman from Rebirth. I mean, retelling it in the Rebirth universe, of course, because there's always a little bit of variation with each universe. And here is the Superman figure, and the Superman figure actually does look pretty good. I like how he's got one open hand and one fist hand. so you can at least get his classic flying pose. I mean, you can't really get the head back so much. There's not really a lot of tilting you get with the head there, but soft rubbery plastic cape, you know, you can at least get that up and away pose going with him. But again, these should have been 3 3/4. I know they would have been a little bit more expensive because of that. Heck, they probably would have cost about the same as a regular 7-inch scale DC Multiverse figure, and perhaps that's why they went with such a small scale figure with such little articulation that they could, because maybe cost, and maybe that's why we have this like we do. And of course, that value and that price is going to reflect in the full 7-inch scale page punchers. But regardless, I mean, I would have been happy paying just a little bit more because of all the hard work and effort Todd has put into the DC Multiverse brand, and because he prices so competitively and hasn't really been gouging us like some other toy companies have, and just keep upping and upping and upping and upping prices, where DC Multiverse just really hasn't. They said they could. Todd said he could at any point, but he doesn't really see where he needs to, and he's still cranking out stuff quicker than anybody else. He's still generating sales bigger than anybody else right now, and he's just been doing so many things right that I don't really feel like he needed to cheap out with this part of the line. I think this could have been really great to capture that 3 3/4 scale market, because ever since he really took over the brand, there hasn't really been much in the way of 3 3/4 scale, at least not from DC Multiverse, for, you know, DC fans all over. And this could have been a really good start towards that. And I just kind of feel like he just dropped the ball here. Last but not least, we have Black Adam. And it totally makes sense why Black Adam was in this lineup. I mean, obviously you got to start with Batman and Superman. Flash, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that they reprinted Flashpoint, I mean, yeah, there's a couple other really good Flash and well-known Flash stories that I think they could have gone with, but Flashpoint was the real winner here. Other than that, I'm sure he probably would have gone like Wonder Woman or Green Lantern or something, another big popular character for page punchers. But Black Adam, we know why we got Black Adam, because the Black Adam movie's coming out and it looks so awesome. And the Black Adam figures, oh my gosh, the Black Adam figures for the Black Adam movie also look really awesome, especially Atom Smasher. I love how we're getting both a regular size and a big Atom Smasher. He really is just nailing it with these awesome figures. So, of course, we had to get a Black Adam page puncher because there's a movie coming out. And, I mean, I really like that cover art for Black Adam. So we got Black Adam Winter Special #1. Not quite sure which universe this one falls into. I don't really read a whole lot of Black Adam stuff. I think he's cool. I like what The Rock is doing with him. I like him when he's appeared in other things, like in what was it called? Injustice, for example. I really liked him in Injustice. Kind of seeing him on the other side of things, because usually he's just portrayed as a villain. Oh, so this is from Endless Winter. Oh, that's awesome. Look at him just punching out, just punching out the main bad guy from Endless Winter. Look at that. That's awesome. What a page to turn to, really. And here he is. Here's the Black Adam figure. He's gonna rumble and he's gonna take your face off, because this guy's all about drive and all about power. Look at that. I like the high collar on the cape that they went with for this one. I like that they didn't just do the same suit that they did for the 7-inch scale comic book version of Black Adam that they did recently. Same articulation as the rest of the figures. Nothing really new there. I mean, now Flash just it's cool that Flash is here, but now he's just like the odd man out because he's the only one here without a cape. So, anyway, is it worth it? I mean, not so much for the figures. But yes, for the comics that you get, especially the Flashpoint here, I think the Flashpoint issue is probably the best get of the lot. But is it worth it? More so for the comics, not so much for the figures, unless you're a collector who really likes 2-inch scale figures, in which case, congrats to you, and I hope they do more. But for the rest of us who were expecting something else, I don't know. I'm not as thrilled with them. I still think they're cool. And in fact, they are really cool. I wish he could have. I know it's really tough because they're so small, but I wish he could have engineered just a little bit more articulation, maybe some elbow joints, maybe some knee joints, just so they have just a little bit more movement. I like the ball joints that he did. I'm glad they're not just simple. I mean, they are, well, they're 6 POA because they have a waist joint also, but I like how they're not just super simple 5 POA, just straight forward and back, in which case, yeah, these really would suck. But again, not the greatest figures, but for the size and scale that they are, the detail on them is actually pretty good. And at least in terms of paint and texture and molding, it's just, I feel like if they were a little bit bigger, they'd be a little bit more well received, a little bit more popular. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Maybe I'm just way off here. Maybe you think I'm just totally spouting nonsense by saying these suck. I'm not saying they suck. I'm just saying I was expecting something else. I don't know why I was expecting something else. I'm not sure what I read that led me to believe that these were going to be 3 3/4 scale. I think I, along with maybe a few other people, just assumed that they would be because they were smaller than the 7-inch scale. And that's on me. I shouldn't have had those false expectations. But again, I did have those expectations, and I think that would have been better than this. I mean, it definitely would have. But again, let me know in the comments what you think. Stay tuned for more awesome Bay 12 content. We do all kinds of DC reviews, especially DC Multiverse reviews here on Bay 12 all the time. Stay tuned for more awesome McFarlane Toys products. We do review other stuff from McFarlane Toys. And stay tuned for a lot of the other content we do here on Bay 12. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and stay tuned for our monthly live sales that we try to do on our Bay 12 Facebook page, where we sell all kinds of awesome things that you know and love. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. It's game over, man.